Since the announcement of the death of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II and the appointment of her eldest son Charles, King of Britain, to succeed his mother with the support of his wife, the Duchess of Cornwall, King Charles stands as heir to the throne of the United Kingdom, pledging to do everything in his power to make a difference. The new king topped the search platforms and the camera's lenses focused on every action he performed during his appearance on the screen. Many attitudes aroused the resentment of the British people from his actions. While his reputation is not good, he will not reach the level of Queen Elizabeth in the hearts of the British. The stigma the British still remember well when he confessed to cheating on Princess Diana and divorcing her after a while. Several situations, the most recent of which was when she provoked a gesture made by the new British King Charles III when he gestured with his hand to the workers to remove what was on the table in a manner that some consider an insulting behavior at the beginning of the reign of King Charles. But by examining the scenes in which King Charles appeared, he noticed severe swelling in the fingers of his hand, which opened the door to speculation and expectations about the disease that the new king suffers from. In this video, we will provide with the answer to all these questions in a professional and transparent manner. Let's get to the details. A doctor revealed to the British newspaper The Daily Star the health conditions that the new King Charles III may suffer from after his hand drew attention while appearing on television following the departure of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, as his hand appeared enlarged and his fingers were noticeably swollen. Swollen fingers is something that King has suffered from for years. He even jokingly called them sausage fingers in 2012 while touring Australia. After we consulted a specialized doctor, we did an extensive research on his medical history. It was found that the swelling of the fingers that the King suffers from is due to the arthritis and the high percentage of salts in the body. In this context, the newspaper quoted Dr. Monica Wieserman as saying this type of swelling is called edema, a condition that causes the body to lose its ability to get rid of excessive fluid. As a result, the fluid accumulates, causing swelling in the fingers and legs. She added, she continued, edema can affect anyone. However, it is more common in people aged 65 and more and over. On whether this condition is serious or not, the doctor replied, edema is not life-threatening. However, you must treat it as soon as possible to avoid serious health problems. Causes of fluid retention. There are many causes of fluid retention or water retention that cause edema, from diet to underlying health conditions. When the body retains excessive water, it can lead to swollen tissues in the extremities, especially in the fingers, along with the swollen fingers. A swelling may appear lymphedema. It is another type of fluid retention which results from a blockage in the lymphatic system. When the lymph nodes cannot circulate the lymph fluid properly, this fluid builds up in the extremities. Some medication, blood clots, or unhealthy liver, kidney, or heart may also cause this condition, says Dr. Wisserman. And if you suffer from it, the doctor advises reducing salt in food and exercising to achieve a healthy weight in the same context. She warns that lack of exercise, consumption of too much salt, and excessive sitting can also cause edema. The Prince of Wales, the eldest of the late Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, was born at Buckingham Palace on November 14, 1948. A month later, on December 15, Charles Philip Arthur George was christened in the Palace Music Room by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Dr. Geoffrey Fisher. The prince's mother was declared queen at the age of 25 when her father, King George VI, died at the age of 56. On February 6, 1952, upon Queen Elizabeth's accession to the throne, Prince Charles, as the Queen's eldest son, became the obvious heir at the age of 3. The prince, as heir to the throne, automatically assumed the titles Duke of Cornwall, Duke of Rothesay, Heir of Carrick, Baron Renfrew, Lord of Essex, and the Prince of Scotland. The prince was 4 years old when his mother was crowned at Westminster Abbey on June 2, 1953. Many who watched the coronation have memories of sitting between his widowed grandmother, now known as Queen Elizabeth, the Queen mother and his aunt, Princess Margaret, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh decided that the prince should go to school instead of having a palace tutor. Indeed, he joined Hill House School, West London on November 7, 1956. 10 months later, the prince began boarding at King's School, a preparatory school in Berkshire. And then in 1958, when Prince Charles was in camp, the Queen made him Prince of Wales and Earl of Chester. He was 9 years old at the time. In April 1962, the prince began his first semester at Gordonstown, a school near Ellon in eastern Scotland that the Duke of Edinburgh had attended. The Prince of Wales spent 2 semesters in 1966 as an exchange student at the Timber Corp campus of Geelong Grammar School in Melbourne, Australia. The prince went to Cambridge University in 1967 to read archaeology and anthropology at Trinity College. Then he converted to history in the second part of his studies, graduating in 1970 with a degree with a 2:2 rating. The Queen crowned His Highness the Prince of Wales on July 1st, 1969 in a colorful ceremony at Carnarvon Castle. Prior to his coronation, the prince spent a semester at Aberystwyth University learning the Welsh language. In 2019, the prince celebrated the 15th anniversary of the occasion, along with a group of Welsh associations, institutions, and businesses that he supports. In a ceremony at Buckingham Palace in July 29, 1881, the Prince of Wales married Lady Diana Spencer at St. Paul's Cathedral, who became Her Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. The prince and the princess have 2 sons, Prince William, who was born in June 21st, 1982, and Prince Harry, who was born on September 15th, 1984. During their marriage, the Prince and the Princess of Wales made trips abroad and made many engagements within the United Kingdom. On December 9, 1992, Prime Minister John Major announced to the House of Commons that the Prince and the Princess of Wales had agreed to separate, and the divorce was finalized in August 28, 1996. In 2005, Charles married his former partner Camilla Parker Bowes after a long relationship, and they have been together since the time until he officially crowned.